Morocco, a northern African country with a perfect mix of the history, the culture, the modern, the nature, and my favorite, the hospitality of its people. In this episode, we'll be discovering the best of Sahara Desert, all the breathtaking sceneries, getting high to Atlas Mountain, explore the art of extracting argan oil, the most famous real-life filming village in all of Africa, driving on one of the craziest roads on earth, trekking on the back of camel at the sand dunes, and experiencing the traditional Berber tent. Not to mention, sampling the inexpensive, tasty, traditional local cuisine and chilling out with authentic Moroccan music. The complete 3 days Marrakech to Fez Merzouga desert tour with everything in between, and you are invited. So let's get started. Most 3 days and 2 night tours starts either from Fez or Marrakech, and this is where we got picked up by our amazing sponsor, Holiday Morocco Tours. They offer affordable private and custom tours for all budgets with great service. So this is the beginning of the desert tour, and I'm really excited. With me right now, our guide and our driver. So what is your name?
Youssef.
Youssef. This guy's really cool. He's a cool cat, and he's going to be driving us from here, and let's hope we have a smooth and fast ride. Buckle up, because this will be a really long drive, but thank goodness we'll be stopping every hour and a half or so for some breathtaking photo break to show off on Instagram. Yay!
We've just begun our desert and Atlas Mountain tour here in Morocco, and we pulled to the side of the road to get a couple photos. And one of the things I've noticed throughout our ride are these hills and mountains covered in cactuses. I'm an avid mountain climber, but I definitely would not want to be climbing up these. So I've walked up this hill of cactuses, and it's like a maze trying to get out. Find a path so you don't get stabbed by all the little needles. We are climbing the mountains, and it is getting chilly, so make sure you have lots of warm clothes with you. There's local villages behind us made out of mud.
No, there's nothing wrong with your TV. I heard it too. Round 2, please.
In the background you can hear a donkey. I'm not sure if he's upset or if he's in heat, but it's pretty funny. We stopped here on the roadside to take a look at the beautiful view of the traditional villages made out of mud. And it's much colder up here. As we go up through the mountains, you got to put on your layers.
Many of the viewpoints have tea, coffee, and refreshments, as well as toilet, but make sure you bring some small spare change, because it's not free. Seriously.
When you're off for your high Atlas mountain tours, usually this is the second stop, because you've got great views of 2 peaks, as well as a lot of greenery in the area, and then you can also do a little bit of shopping. This one looks nice.
You may be able to find a nice looking rock souvenir, but keep in mind to bargain, and bargain hard. Start offering at the quarter of your asking price. As well, be aware of the fake colors. Many of them are just simply painted on them. To see if it's real, simply rub your fingers with some saliva on the color patterns to see if it comes off. Also, you'd be surprised how many lovely towns and villages you pass by along the way. Another opportunity for you to get off your butt to stretch and, of course, do some shopping. It's a great way to support the local economy and its people. Another great way to help out is supporting many type of cooperative you'll be visiting. In our case, our sponsor Holiday Moroccan Tours took us to a women's cooperative making high quality argan oil.
This is for make argan oil cosmetic, not roasted. And this is roasted for make argan oil for eat and for food.
We're here at a women's co-op where they produce argan oil, both for cosmetic purposes as well as eating. This is the raw argan fruit in this shell. With the stone, they break the shell off. The outer shell they use to start fires, and then the inner shell they grind into a paste. This is has been smoked. So this is like a roasted argan nut, and then this is the raw form. They grind it here where they make the nut butter, and then turn it into a paste that you see at the hammam for like the black soap that you put on your body and scrub. Whoa, got it in one shot. You can dip it kind of like you would with olive oil. Dip your bread into it. Smooth, nutty, delicious. They also have, it's like a almond butter and argan oil paste where they mix it with honey, so it's a little bit sweet and nutty. You can use it as a spread, like a peanut butter. So the bees munch on the nectar from the flowers on the argan tree, and then they produce a thick, dark honey. Very rich, sweet, and it has a very distinct flavor.
The Zidian Test is a dramatic route through the Atlas Mountain from Marrakech to the walled city of Jerusalem. Without stops, the 222 km takes about 5 hours, passing through many Berber villages, kasbah, and fine landscape untouched by the modern world. And this is where you get to see some of the most spectacular scenery in Morocco. So this is our official third stop, and the reason we're stopping here is because it's the highest viewpoint, and you get a nice panoramic view of Atlas Mountain. However, it won't be long before we reach our next destination, one of the most famous fortified villages in the world, and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So this is Ait Benhaddou. Oh man, this is so bad. Ait! Say that one more time.
Ait
Ait
Benhaddou.
We are in the height. That's people cool. So I'm at Ait Benhaddou.
Ait Benhaddou.
Right now I'm in Ait Benhaddou, and this is a World Heritage Site designated by UNESCO because this site have been being on the set of many famous and blockbuster movies. It's a challenging name for me to pronounce, but it's conveniently located along the former caravan route between Sahara and Marrakech in the modern-day Morocco. Since the 1960s, this village has been well-known for being a filming location for many of the Hollywood's blockbuster hits, like my travel show. Just joking. Some of the most recent films include Son of God, Prince of Persia, One Night with the King, Babel, King of Heavens, and also used in part for the TV series The Game of Thrones. Inside the wall are a half dozen kasbahs for merchant houses and other individual dwellings, and this is a great example of Moroccan earth clay architecture. Sometimes it can be dark and short, so watch your head. Most residents are attracted by the tourist trade living in modern-day dwellings in the village on the opposite side of the river, although there are 4 families that still live in the ancient village. It takes about 15 minutes to reach the top of the hill, where you will be rewarded with an Olympic gold medal. A breathtaking panoramic view of the village and the Atlas Mountain. But be sure to dress warm, since it can be cold and windy up here. And if you're adventurous enough, considering walking back across the river.
I made it. I was a little worried for a minute.
Sarah and I are exhausted, but thank goodness our amazing driver Yusuf on holiday Morocco tours. He never gets tired and ready to roll to our next attraction. But hold on, we need to stock up on some liquor. And Morocco is famous for producing fine wines. Yusuf knows how important it is for us to capture the sunset, so he charged on as fast as he can. The only problem, we are driving on the craziest road on the planet near the Todgha Gorge, called the Road of Thousand Kasbahs. The Dalles Gorge is a series of rocky wally gorges carved out from the Dalles River. The river originates from high Atlas range of the Atlas Mountain and flows some 350 kilometers southwest before joining the Dura River at the edge of the Sahara. This road is not for the faint of heart. Don't be fooled by the spectacular views through the stunning desert landscape. It's really windy with lots of sharp turns, lots and lots of them, and deep drops. The many colored walls of the gorge range anywhere from 650 to 1600 feet, so safety do come first. After all, there is no hospital here.
So we've just driven up this switchback here in the Dalles Valley. It is famous in a lot of car commercials because it is so windy and crazy. I only wish that I had a high-end sports car to test it out.
After seeing the possibility of my life cutting short, everyone decided we are not ready to have that near-death experience. So we decided to move our way down before it gets really dark in a not so exciting safe speed. But let's have some fun by speeding up in the post-production. It's late and most tours include one night at a nearby hotel or free dinner. What a great way to welcome us with some nice Moroccan tea.
It's nice to come back to the hotel when it's a chilly night and have hot soup.
Now, depending on which tour company you choose and which package you choose, hotels can vary, and as well as food may or may not be included. But thank goodness, I have chosen an amazing company that put everything into one, and this is amazing food. This is just starter, by the way. With that being said, bon appetit. By the way, now you know why we stock up on booze. Since Morocco is a Muslim country, majority of the establishments do not serve alcohol. What a great way to enjoy the traditional Moroccan music after dinner. By the way, don't forget to tip these hardworking locals. So we are ready for day 2 of our adventure. Getting the car warmed up, leaving this hotel, and we're ready to get going. I'm excited. Are you ready for a new day?
Yeah.
Okay, good. No complaints from you. With a lot of driving ahead, but not before stopping by for another breathtaking view of the town in this valley.
Good morning, it's day 2 of our tour and we're just leaving the Dalles Valley that you can see in the back here. In the far distance is the Atlas Mountains and we're on our way to the Todgha Valley.
Even though there's lots of driving, you get to see many different beautiful landscapes that Morocco has to offer, including many towns, some of them with traditional Moroccan style homes built right into fortress called kasbahs, with a lot of them abandoned.
So throughout Morocco you find a lot of these abandoned kasbahs. There are a few people still living in them, but they're really old and crumbling, so it's not very safe. But it's beautiful to look at and explore.
The word Kasbah means central part of the town or citadel. Traditionally, is a place for local leaders to live to defend the city when it's under attack. Usually it has high walls without windows. Sometimes they are built on a hilltop so they can be easily defended. Some were placed near the entrance to the harbor. Having a kabash is a symbol of wealth for some families in the city. Many with oases like this one. Remember I mentioned about lots of driving? I really mean it. So put your gadgets away and enjoy the beautiful landscape and sceneries, and you won't believe how fast time flies before you arrive at the Todgha Gorge.
We have arrived at Todgha Gorge. Right now is dry season, so the riverbed is dry. Just on the other side you'll notice that there is farmland. They grow carrots and mint for the Moroccan mint tea, also known as Berber whiskey.
The Todgha Gorge is a series of limestone river canyons or wadi in the eastern part of High Atlas Mountain near the town of Tinahir.
If you're an avid climber, you must come here. It's the best place for climbing for humans and goats alike. You'll see the goats all over the mountainside.
Both the Todgha and neighboring Dallas River are responsible for carving out these deep cliff-sided canyons. During the dry seasons, the canyon floor is mostly dry. However, during the rainy seasons, the Todgha expand massively, covering the canyon floor with strong current. Morocco is also famous for its rugs, especially the unique Berber rug, which has a fascinating history as one of the most celebrated folk art rug styles and has been continually manufactured since the 7th century. The weaving of Berber rug is the responsibility of Berber women, including the keeping and passing down the knowledge that went to making these rugs, including secrets of family patterns, looping techniques, and the color that should be used. All this knowledge will pass down maternally, with each subsequent generation of girls being responsible passing down to the next. The Berber rugs is used within the tribal group as blankets, horse covers, and a wide variety of other utilities. All natural processes that result in Moroccan Berber rugs utilize local sheep's wools and local vegetable dyes, making the pieces inherently eco-friendly. So if you're going to buy one, don't forget to bargain, and bargain hard. Sarah was excited and eager to buy one, but has second thought after I told her I wasn't going to carry it for her, or be her walking handyman. But maybe the camels will, so let's find out. All tour packages includes a camel ride for trekking from the Merzouga desert to the camp. But if you are scared of riding one of these cuties, the alternative is a jeep. If you got lots of money to spare, there are these monsters. Once again, thanks to our sponsor Holiday Morocco Tours for arranging both the rides and the accommodation here.
I'm excited to be the first in the caravan. This is gonna be my camel. He's, scratching himself right now. Hi, camel. And we're about to go on our camel ride. We're gonna take a pause so that we can watch the sunset.
So I'm getting on my camel, and this is a very, very, very big animal. Woo! Alright. Camels have been playing an important role for North Africa for thousands of years. In ancient times, they were critical as mode of transportation, and this tradition continued today in the rural areas of Morocco. The other use for camels are for their meat and their milk. So as you can see, I'm in a caravan with of camels. It's not easy to film and also be on the camel and all with one hand. As you can see, Sarah is right in the front and I'm in the back. I'm a champion when it comes to supporting the local economies. Nonetheless, I urge you to practice responsible tourism by not riding any animal that appears mistreated. Now, one thing I like to emphasize is safety comes first. Just remember, when you're on the camel, you should not do what I'm doing right now, playing with your camera phones, because a camel sometimes can stop all of a sudden. What you can do is ask the guy to stop and take a lovely photo for you.
Or you could make it more adventurous and go, no hands, no hands.
Seriously, always hold on to a camel to avoid an unexpected bumpy fall. So guys, please don't let this happen to you. Finally, after an hour or so, we have arrived to capture the sunset. By the way, my butt is pretty sore, not in the best shape. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy this magnificent sunset from the Merzouga desert. Since there is still daylight, I feel a certain way. I'm the king of the world! stop until we feel the same way as this camel. It's time for a rest. Oh, look at that.
Okay. I get the big bed.
For those of you who
No,
thinks
that's
I
what
am unaccommodating to my co-host, think again. I did not even argue with her one bit. Now this is one luxury desert camp. Our host, the Sahara Luxury Desert Camp, offers many types of private suites for all family size and budget, with essential amenities and hot water showers, not to mention amazing and helpful staff. Did I mention they also have a full restaurant? How romantic. So make sure to bring the love of your life. It can definitely bring two people closer. As long as you don't say something stupid like this.
Sorry, ma'am. My mom don't approve of you.
The food here at the camp is delicious. I don't even want to stop to tell you how good it is. I just want to keep eating. I'm so full, and yet somehow I still have room for dessert.
That romance will definitely continue with some traditional Berber entertainment in form of music and tea.
Before hopping into bed, I had a nice long hot shower. There was great water pressure. It's probably the best shower I've had so far in Morocco, and it just happened to be in the desert. This is definitely not camping, it's glamping. We had a very comfortable bed. In the morning, you come back to the dining tent and serve yourself some breakfast. I'm going to start with some Moroccan tea.
Yes, it's included in the price of the accommodation, but let's take a minute to thank our sponsor in a form of a quick infomercial.
We are from Brazil. We stay here 2 weeks. It is so good. Sahara is a great experience. I like so much here.
Today is going to be a long drive again, but we are also going to pass by even more diverse landscape, like the Black Desert just a few kilometers away. Did I mention Morocco is full of oases? I mean lots and lots and lots of them.
We're on our way to Fez, and we've just stopped to stretch our legs for a minute. We're at Ziz Valley, which is the second largest valley in Morocco that's full of palm trees. These palm trees are full of dates, which the locals harvest and sell at market. And below the palm trees, they actually grow a lot of things, including vegetables and henna.
Also lakes and dams, lots and lots of them, really stunning. This one's located close to a valley and not surprisingly called Aziz River and flow all the way through to the Sahara Desert and reach into Algeria. We continue on our journey, and it's amazing that almost every corner offers new sceneries. There is so much to take in. Do you remember I mentioned Morocco's landscape is full of contrast? Not far away from the desert, you get to see this part of Atlas Mountain completely covered with snow. But before you know it, it's desert all over again. It wasn't long before we passed by the Big Apple. Seriously, that is a nickname of Moroccan town of Medak. The tourism sector continues to grow and is an important source of revenue for Medak. We certainly do our part by eating at the nearby town of Zida and experiencing some of the traditional Moroccan cuisine famous dish tagine, named after the earthenware pot which is cooked. Moroccan and Algerian tagine dishes are slow-cooked savory stew, typically made from sliced meat, poultry, or fish together with vegetables or fruit. Not to mention the freshly hand-prepared delicious Moroccan-style meatballs called kafla pochettes and commonly consist of lamb meat with seasoning and vegetables served on a skewer. Once again, we are on our way and not surprisingly another change of scenery. This time wet, very wet. Then we pass by our last city at Amuzur before arriving in Fez. We finally arrived at Fez early evening around 5 p.m. and our amazing driver used to drop us off at the Blue Gate.
We have arrived in Fez, and behind me is the famous Blue Gate, also known as Bab Boujalou. This entrance is on the western side of the old Medina and a great place to start your exploration of the city.
This marks the end of our amazing Moroccan Sahara desert tour. We especially like to thank Holiday Morocco Tour and Sirico Luxury Desert Camp for making our filming possible. Thanks guys. And thank you for watching and have a safe, amazing time exploring the magnificent Moroccan desert.